welcome back to my channel. My name is Deesha J, and today's video is gonna be about, okay, so to be completely honest, I am very annoyed when YouTubers say that shit. So I'm not gonna say that shit to you because y'all ain't stupid, y'all ain't dumb, y'all can read, y'all know what my name is, y'all know what the title of the video is, so let's just get straight into it. So how I'm going to greet you is I'm gonna be like, hi, how are you? You tell me how you doing, either in the comments below or through the screen. I'll feel your vibe. And then I'll tell you how I'm doing. So I'm doing pretty good. And then I'm gonna say, let's get into the video. And then we're gonna get into the video. So let's get into the video. I'm not that funny. I don't know why I'm laughing at myself because I'm actually not funny. But let's get into the video. So this all took place in between my last 2 years of high school. I can't legit remember. I feel like, no, because it could have been early grade 12. So like, to be completely honest with you, I can't remember exactly what year this was, but this was definitely between grade 11 and grade 12 in that time flurry. I had this really good close friend. Her name was Deesha. Let's call her that. Because she's a thought. My eyelashes are so heavy, you don't even understand. Like, hold on, let me just make sure my eyelashes are unsituated properly, because if I fluff these and these look stupid for the whole video, I'll be very upset when I have to redo this. So we on and live and popping. Okay, let's go. So my friend named Deesha, we were really good close friends. We spent like almost every second together. We were body and bench, just always together all the time. She actually lived on my street. When we first met, we absolutely hated each other. Like legit, we wanted to fight. But we had a mutual friend. I'm gonna name her Rochelle. And Rochelle basically was friends with both of us, and then one day we got together and then we started slowly but surely talking, and then we realized we lived so close, and then we started talking on our own. We started hanging out and stuff. She would come to my house, come to family dinner. She would sleep over all the time. To be honest with you, the girl would just walk through my house anytime, and I would just walk through her house anytime too. Like, it was that was that tight. And like, we considered each other like, well, I considered her sisters. I don't know about her and her mind, but I consider us like flesh and blood, like play cousins. Like, that was my bitch, okay? So now that you know how serious our high school friendship was, let's like really get into the details. So at the time, I had this little boyfriend, and let's name him Dick because he was an actual dick. He was rude, disrespectful, conniving, triflin, son of a you know who. Anyways, so me and Dick were dating for a very short period of time. It wasn't for very long, and I usually don't date dudes in my area, but lo and behold, Dick lived right around the way from me. Like, he lived like 2-3 blocks away, like not too far. I could like maybe walk to his house in less than 15-20 minutes. It wasn't too far. Ooh, my every time I do these videos, in the middle of the video, my bun just decides to unravel. Like, every single time, not even a joke. Anyways, Dick lived very close to me, and I feel like that should have been like strike number 1 for me, because I usually don't date guys in my area, or not my area anymore because I don't live there, but guys in that area, I really didn't with them a lot because they were kind of waste youth, and I didn't like that. So I usually traveled out of town to find my dudes and whatnots and what have yous. But I was all into this dude, even though he was butt hurt ugly. Like, sitting back now at the situation, I'm like, girl, what you was mad for? Like, mans wasn't even cute. Like, why were you dating him? You shouldn't even been dating him. And it's because, to be honest with you, back in the day, my like self-esteem was pretty low, and if a dude like showed me some attention, I would just probably just talk to them because, like, hey, you think I'm cute, let's talk. But not knowing that I was actually fine AF. Let me put a pic of my body somewhere on the screen right now. I'm gonna move over to the side just in case I actually put on the screen, or maybe I'll just cut me out all together and put up the video. But let me show you a picture of how smoking my body was in high school. And all them bitches who was hating on me, y'all just mad because my titties and my ass was bigger than yours. Get you some boobs. Get you some butt. Stop coming for people. listen, if y'all in high school, I'm sorry for detracting, but I just want to do this little quick, like little PSA real quick. If y'all ain't happy with your body, don't tear someone else's down, because you don't know what those words can affect somebody. Just let you know, because now I'm more confident in my body now that I've gotten I've gotten bigger since then, and my body as snatched as I used to be. But like, because you don't look like someone or someone doesn't look like you, don't come for them. Don't do that. Not when they're young, at least. When they're older and they come talk shit to you, then you can talk to them, because then it doesn't fucking matter. But now, when you're in high school, don't be rude to people, because you don't know what you're gonna do to people. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So me and Dick were dating for a while. I was head over heels in puppy love, because let's be real, I wasn't in love with him. In puppy love with Dick. We talk on the phone all the time. We would text all the time. So we didn't really see each other a lot, even though we lived close to each other. I don't know what it was, like maybe he was working and I had school. Mind you, Dick was a lot older than me. Like, he was definitely out of high school. I think he was 23 or 24 at the time. Yeah, I think he was 23. He was out of high school. He was working, he had a job and all that stuff. So, yeah. Why y'all gotta message me? My phone be Sahara Desert dry until I turn on this video camera. Like, until I turn on this camera, my phone is drier than the Sahara. But as soon as I turn it on, everyone go ping, ping, ping. Like, disrespectful. Anyways, I can't remember what happened, but my mom took away my phone for a very, very, very long time. I mean, like about weeks on end. So, but like, I really need to talk to my boyfriend at the same time. So what am I gonna do? So me and my best friend Deesha had the brilliant idea to I would text my boyfriend off of Deesha's phone. One day, me and Deesha decided that it was time for Deesha to meet my boyfriend, because it's like she hasn't really met him, and at the time I really like valued her opinion of my boyfriend, so I really wanted her to meet him and tell me how she felt about him. So she and him came over to my house, but my mom wasn't there. Sorry, mommy. But you already knew people came to the house when you were not there. Let's be real. Mommy, you knew. Mommy, you knew. Deesha and Dick came over to my house and we chilled. We ordered pizza. We sat in my living room. We talked it up. We chopped it up. We got to know each other better. Me and Dick were sitting on the couch area. Deesha was sitting on this small couch by herself. Now, me and Dick were all hugged up and booed up because, to be honest, at the time, like, I was kind of shy, and like, me and him tried to do stuff before she even got there, but like, it just couldn't happen. I don't know, maybe because I was too shy or whatever, but like, he was just like feeling on me enough because like, he wanted to get some, and I wasn't giving it out. Or at least not, I wasn't trying to give it out then, just because like, it was still like beginning of our relationship, and girl, I was trying to hold out for some reason. So he was kind of like really on me, but then Deesha was sitting there and she had her finger in her mouth and she was staring at Dick, but like, she was a very observant person. Like, she doesn't like to talk when she just meets someone, but in this instance, like, she was like just a smidge too hard. Like, she be smiling at him and laughing extra hard for his jokes and shit, and the nigga wasn't that funny. No, that's sign number one on Deesha's point, when I was like, something ain't right, but it's fine. We gone through it. Let's finish. So Dick, so we're done chilling. Dick leaves, and me and Deesha are left, and we're just talking. And I was like, so how do you feel about Dick? And she was like, he's really cute. You did a good job. Da da da. Going ham on how much she likes him and shit. That was sign number two. I should have realized this bitch got some ulterior motives, but I still didn't say shit because that was my best friend, and she wouldn't do anything to hurt a bitch, right? Wrong as a motherfucker. So Deesha leaves my house. I quickly gather up the pizza boxes. I remember that day I took it because I didn't want my mom to find out that there was people over the house. I took the pizza boxes and I chucked it down the street into someone else's garbage because it was garbage day of the day. Me living the dangerous life. Anyways, so I came back in the house, I cleaned up like no one was there, and I went to sleep. And then that day when we were chilling, I gave Dick Thadisha's number. Or no. I told Dick that it was Thadisha's phone that I was texting him off of. And he goes, oh, okay. So he's like, I have to get through you to get to her. I see. And she started laughing and smiling. And that's what I mean by how it was a little too much. Both of them were a little just too much. So days go by after we chill, and I'm starting to hear from Dick less and less and less. Well, at least according to Thadisha. So Thadisha would come to my house in the morning time before we go to work or before we go to school, and I'd be like, so Thadisha, did Dick text the phone? She goes, no, he didn't message at all today. I was like, since when? That's weird, that's different. Okay, cool, whatever, continue on. During the day, I would ask Thadisha, did Dick message me yet? And she goes, no, he didn't message. That's fine, okay. So after school, I go, Thadisha, hey, how's it going? Did my man message you? She goes, no. So at this point, I'm like, okay, you come to my house, you meet my best friend, we're all laughy, kiki, haha, boo-boo, haha, and you ain't nowhere to be found. Something ain't right. So, but I finally got a hold of Dick. We got into an argument, and we kind of really stopped talking. We didn't break up officially, but we stopped talking because I was like, nigga, you stopped talking to me. What's good? What's tea? How you doing? Like, what's good? And I used my mom's house phone to call Dick for this conversation. I didn't text him because I was like, you haven't been messaging me. What's up? And he goes, I've just been really busy. I'm like, you live down the motherfucking street, nigga. Like, you can go ding dong, hi, what's good? Hi, baby, I missed you. Like, it's not like you couldn't find a bitch. What's tea? But we got into this argument, and we just stopped talking on a regular basis. So days go past, and Thadisha starts getting a little distant from me, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. This is my body. I'm her bench. We're together all the fucking time, and now all of a sudden you stop talking to me. That's a little different. So at the time, I had this another ex-boyfriend that I really loved, and let's say him Tyga, because his street name was a name of a rapper that shall not be named, because if I tell you the name of the rapper, then everyone's gonna know who I'm talking about. We ain't got no time for that. So Tyga messaged me, and it's not, okay, hold on, pause. I finally got my phone back like a month later or a couple weeks later, and Tyga messaged me, and Tyga was like, yo, you know that girl Thadisha? And I was like, yeah, I know Thadisha, why are you asking? And he's like, yeah, she's not your friend. I was like, what do you mean she's not my friend? He goes, so she came over to my house for one of my boys, and we were all chilling, and they left him for a minute, and he told me that she gave him oral pleasures of sorts. He told me that she, went down on him or whatever, and I was like, okay, that's fine. What does that have to do with me? And he goes, well, I went over to them and I was like, yo, what about me? Like, what about me next? As a joke. And he said that she's like, yeah, I'll do you or whatever. And she did him, apparently. So at the time, I was heartbroken because Thadisha knew that this was the dude. This was the nigga you just don't play with. This is the dude that got my heart all locked up and like all discombobulated and all that stuff. And for a very, very long time, if that dude ever came back to me and said something to me, it would always be an automatic, like, we'd be right back into it. That's how much I really, really cared about that dude. And Thadisha knew him. Thadisha knows his government name, his full government name. Sorry, Tyga, she knows. Thadisha knows his street name. Thadisha knows where he lives, his address, everything. Thadisha knows this man. Yes, she might not have met him in person through me, but you know of him, and you know him, and you know what he meant to me. And for you to betray me like that, that's disrespectful. I talked to my friend Michelle about it, and she said, you know what? you ain't even with him anymore. You're supposed to move on from him. Like, he did you so dirty. Doesn't even really matter. Like, friends are better than from man. Like, man come and go all types of day, but friends stay together. And I was like, you know what, Rochelle? You're right. Me and Deesha been through some things, so I'm just not gonna leave the relationship like that. But I was definitely still butthurt about it. I ain't gonna lie. And I kind of pulled back on myself a bit. So one day before school, Deesha came to my house. Or no, I think it was the weekend. I can't remember. But Deesha came to my house, rang down her doorbell, and she pulled me outside and she was like, so what's good? Like, why aren't we talking? And I'm like, because you've been acting suspect lately. You really haven't been talking to me. You haven't been messaging me. You haven't been really talking to me at school. If you do talk to me, it's like a hi and bye, and that's not us. And she goes, well, you've been acting funny too. So we kind of squashed our beef a little bit. We still had some animosity because I didn't tell her that I knew what Tyga told me about her, but I kept it pushing. One day I was hanging out with Deesha's youngest sister. Mind you, Deesha has 2 other sisters. Deesha's the oldest. The youngest one is the one that I'm close to, or the one I was close to. I miss her so much. She was so nice. Anyways, and then the middle sister, I like that chick. Actually, me and her little sister were hanging out, and I think she came to church with me, but Deesha didn't. And we were chilling, and she was telling me about how Deesha, I don't know how it came up, but she was telling me how a dude came over to her house to come see Deesha. And I was like, oh, that's kind of strange, cause Deesha didn't tell a bitch, and I understand that me and you aren't really talking like that right now, but still, what's tea, honey? Like, let's not, like, how are we just not gonna fill each other in? And she's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, so they had sex. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's new. I didn't know she had a dude, that's fine. I think like the day coming back to school, I was talking to Rochelle, and Rochelle was telling me how Deesha has a new man. So now it's confirmed that Deesha has a new boyfriend, everyone. It's confirmed. Rochelle was telling me her new boyfriend, Dick. I was like, wait, what's his name? She goes, Dick. And I was like, huh. Have you met Dick before? She goes, yeah. I was like, I met him when I went over to their house or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. So that's why you've been acting funny, bitch. Okay, I got you. I see you. So at this point, I am furious looking for Deesha. I finally went down to the cafeteria and I found her. I go to her, and first thing I was like, so you're having sex with Dick now? And she goes, what? I was like, yeah. She goes, so, like, you guys aren't talking anymore, you're not together. I was like, what are you talking about, we're not together? Did I ever tell you that we broke up? She goes, no. So then clearly we're still together. What are you talking about? She goes, well, you and Dick aren't together, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I don't know why you're flipping out. I was like, okay, so that's why every single time I ask you if Dick messaged me, you tell me no. And she goes, well, it wasn't anything serious, but we started talking and I realized like I really like him, and he was saying that you guys weren't even like that anymore and you guys don't even talk like that anymore. I'm like, yeah, we don't talk like that anymore. We aren't like all up on each other like that anymore, but at the end of the day, it's the principle that you decided to risk our friendship for some whatless penis than even all that. And she goes, what? You even had sex with him? I'm like, oh wait, so you had sex with him? And she goes, yeah, I don't know why you're saying it's worthless. And I was like, oh, okay, fine, that's great. Just a little tidbit, Deesha's from a very ratchet place in Toronto called Scarborough, and she's from the most ratchet neighborhood in Scarborough. So when she gets angry, it's like, so, and what? I don't care, why are you talking to me? Like, I don't get it, blah, 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 blah. And that's all she was giving me at the time, so I just left. I was like, you know what, fuck this friendship. This ain't worth a lick. You ain't worth shit. You a trifling hoe, he a trifling hoe. Y'all can be trifling hoes together. Fuck you, back. So I dipped, I left, and I didn't talk to her for like a whole week. And then another morning, Deesha came to my house and she rang on my doorbell again, and she was like, so that's how we're gonna end it? I was like, yes, that's how we're gonna end it, bitch, because you decided to have sex with my boyfriend. You also decided to suck off my other boyfriend, or my ex-boyfriend, and you knew how much I cared about him, and you knew how much I loved him. And you know, at the end of the day, it's girl code that you can just leave out exes and girls' boyfriends off the list. Like, how many dudes there are in Durham region, and you decide to have sex with the two that I'm talking to, chick? Bye. For me to have you in my house, come to family dinners, and y'all know black parents don't play. They don't pay for no one's child but their own. So when your friend comes to family dinners on an outing and they pay for them, you know it's real. Because you're sleeping in my bed, you're playing with my little sister, you're calling my mother mommy, I'm calling your mother mommy. Like, we're close, and for you to just disrespect our friendship with having sex with not one but two of my exes, it was just like a big slap in my face. And at that point I was like, I had enough. And I'm a very forgiving person, but like, no, I'm not doing this with you. And that's where we left it. And to this day, the girl messages me once a year or so, or once every couple of years, and goes, I'm sorry about everything that I did to you. And I'll be like, that's nice, but I can't trust you, so bye. I don't want to talk. We can't be friends. At the end of the day, birds of a feather flock together, and bitch, I ain't no hoe, so I don't flock with you, so bye, bitch. So yeah, that's the time when my best friend had sex with my boyfriend. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked the story time, and I hope you really took in the moral of the story. 1, don't bully people, because it's rude. 2, don't sleep with your best friends, man. And 3, if someone shows you that they ain't all there and they ain't all trustworthy, believe them the first time. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please do not forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And please like, especially because then it lets me know that you guys really like these videos and I should continue making them for you guys. So don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Don't forget to tell your friends, hey girl, I saw this girl on YouTube and she mad funny, like you should really watch her shit. Also, like, she does makeup or whatever. Also, like, she can do hair or whatever. Also, like, hit her up on her Instagram. Or wait, no, I'm gonna put it down here. Hit her up on her Instagram. Hit me up on my social media, guys, so we can stay more connected. Also, I do Snapchat rants like legit every day. Something pisses me off, so follow me on Snapchat as well. I hope you guys really liked the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.